I have this like motto. I don't get to use it often because out of context it sounds really preachy, but it's something that I actually like try to live my life by. I
Hmm.
genuinely believe you save the world one person at a time.
Huh.
Like, so my thought behind that, to just give you like the overarching idea, is we focus a lot on governments. We focus on like big organizations, nonprofits, and everything like that. And oftentimes, all these things seem to fall short, and the world is collapsing around you. The way I think of it, I have nothing involved in any of that. Like I go out, I vote. That's about as much involvement as I can. Sometimes I'll donate to a charity if I really feel like I can. But if I see like one person who really needs help and I can help them and it's not going to destroy me to help them, then I'll do that in the hope that one day they'll return the favor and help someone else. And then they'll help someone else. And then slowly, over a long time, like it spreads that way.
Okay. That's that's a great way of looking at it. That kind of goes in line with some things that I've been thinking about over the past couple days, actually. Which is just that I've realized if you want to treat the symptom that technically is humanity, you would have to think of how to treat an individual, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So if the problem from looking at history, you can tell we've done a lot of medical things where we were just guessing and it kind of indirectly fucked up a lot of population, mentally
Hmm.
and physically. Just the different things we were putting into our bodies and we weren't regulating it and people weren't being told that it's not okay. People were being
Yeah.
told actually that it would cure everything. So that had to have had an effect on our population as a whole. So, in order to treat the population, the major symptom, you would have to break it down to a smaller step and hope that you just do it quick enough to hit enough people to cut it off from hitting the next generation.
Yeah. It's it's a bit of a dichotomy because you want to be fast about it, but at the same time there's no fast way to do it because you're talking about helping an
Yes.
entire population. But of course, you help the entire population one person at a time, whether it's through medical or healthcare services or just helping someone to get off their feet.
Right. And I think now that I'm thinking about it, like this is me just thinking as we're talking about it. What you said goes perfectly in line with that is, one person at a time type of thing.
Mhm. Yeah,
And
it's I think it's kind of
it's
uh
great.
yeah, so I think in a weird way it's kind of reflective of what's going on in a microcosm with the pandemic, because like how do you build immunity against the pandemic, right? It's one vaccination at a time.
I
You
mean,
can't.
yeah.
Mhm. But yeah, that's been something I've like tried to live my life by in a sort of subtle way. I don't try to force it down people's throats. I don't try to preach it to them, but I've helped out a lot of people, and I don't claim to say like I've helped them out, like I've restructured their lives for them. I've given them new hope. I'm not saying it's like that, but I've had a couple people who were homeless, and I gave them a couch to sit on rent free for a few months. I've known a couple friends who are going through some hard times, and I gave them a shoulder to lean on, and someone who is willing to hear their problems and maybe give them advice if they're interested in getting some back. And I find that just those simple things are really lacking in a lot of people these days. And it helps a lot. Like if you know someone who's going through a rough time, I'm sure you people hear this a lot, but like just offer to hear them out. You don't even have to fix their problems. Like just being a sounding board for their woes can be a big thing for them.